Unless you've been living under a rock, you'll have heard the news that Andrew Tate has been banned from the various social media platforms. You'll have heard that Andrew Tate has been doing such horrible things that everybody wants him gone, except for those that don't, and they're the problems. But today we are going to take a deep dive into how Andrew Tate has been radicalising an army of teens and young men, how he has been hitting, putting down and demeaning women, and how he has been scamming thousands from men, whilst causing upset wherever he goes. This is Andrew Tate. Take it away. Meta, who are the company behind Facebook and Instagram, has banned influencer Andrew Tate from Facebook and Instagram for violating its policies. The former kickboxer rose to fame in 2016 when he was removed from TV show Big Brother over a video which appeared to depict him attacking a woman. Alright, Dougal, I'm just going to stop you right there because we're going to take a closer look at these allegations and these videos which came to light back in 2016 when he was, in my opinion, rightly kicked out of Big Brother. I won't show the actual videos because I toyed with the idea, but I would have to say that it's a no from me, given the nature of the videos, and they weren't even just a little bit bad, they were very, very bad, and I don't think that it's my place to show it on YouTube. However, I will give you a quick rundown of what happened, and these are actual phrases taken from it. Tried not to take it out of context. To be fair, there isn't any context really, but these are the words he said. There's two videos. In the first one, he is talking to a woman and he says to her, "Show me the bruises. Show me the bruises." He's been hitting her with a strap or a belt and she's got bruises. Then she runs off to the bedroom and locks the door. And he says to her, "You knew I was gonna beat the F out of you." And then he says, "If you behaved, I wouldn't have to hit you, would I?" Just let those words sink in. These are common phrases that are used by abuse. And if you behaved, basically saying it's your fault that I have to hit you now. And I can't quite begin to explain the rage that I have right now, just even talking these words. And then the second video was worse. Yeah. They're having some sort of role playing. He says it's role playing, but you know, it might be. I don't know. But this is what happened to me. Even if it was role playing, it was very rough and over the top, and not something you would expect. I wouldn't have thought. Anyway, this is what happened. He smacks her in the face very hard. It wasn't just a slap. Grabs her by the hair, pulls her head up by the hair, and whacks her repeatedly with a belt. Now, he claims that the belt was a felt belt, like isn't an actual belt. Whatever the case is, the other actions for me were even stronger. He then said, whilst holding her head up by the belt, he then says, "Look at the camera. Just look at the camera. Why are you getting hit? why are you getting beaten? And she says, because I don't listen. And he says, that's right, because you don't listen. So basically there he's saying that it's her fault for getting beaten because she didn't listen to him. And that is textbook manipulative, abusive, coercive, psychological abuse. It is disgusting, and I can't begin to explain just how bad that is. So he can try and play it off like it's role playing for all he likes, but it doesn't wash with me. Role play or not role play, it is disgusting to treat a woman or any person like that. And believe you me, the psychological side of abuse is just as bad as physical. So even if he just says, yeah, it was role playing, she agreed to be hit or whatever, no, absolutely not. And to top it all off, to actually role play domestic abuse, that just what nobody would do that. He went on to gain notoriety online, with Twitter banning him for saying women should bear responsibility for being SA'd. He had 4.7 million Instagram followers at the time his account was removed. That number had grown rapidly from around 1 million followers in June. Meta said it had removed the kickboxing star from its platforms for violating its policies on dangerous organizations and individuals, but did not provide further details. So just how did Andrew Tate rise to prominence after being so disgraced in his kicking out of the Big Brother house? This is how. Brothers make millions using webcam girls to sell sob stories to desperate men. Could there be anything more Andrew Tate, do you think? I'm thinking not. This is like the pinnacle of what he's all about. If he could come up with anything, this would definitely be it. Let's get into this story, because he just shows himself up time and time again for what he is. Callous Tristan and Andrew Tate admit their business is a total scam, but say the authorities cannot stop them. They claim to run a studio where 75 lingerie-clad models take calls from fans paying $4 a minute. Punters can ask for private shows and pay tips at their own risk. Tristan says one man handed over his £20,000 inheritance, while others have run up huge debts, and the kickboxing brothers, raised on a council estate, sit back and watch the money roll in. Some of their customers fall for the belief that they can have a real relationship with the women they see on screen, but Tristan brazenly told the Sunday Mirror it's all a big scam, and bragged he doesn't feel any guilt because no one cares and it's their problem, not mine. After 3 years, they moved to Romania, saying the UK had gone downhill. They have women on a number of seedy sites. Operators take a 40% cut and the rest goes to the studio. The more the punters hand over, the more the models earn. Some women will claim to have crippling university debt, a family member in need of private healthcare, or a dream of moving to the UK, sometimes even telling men they want to meet them. Whatever the excuse is, it is a lie, Tristan said. He believes he is beyond the reach of the authorities because of 2 lines in the terms and conditions. He said, one is broadcasting is for entertainment purposes only. That means if a model says she has a sick dog or a sick grandma, it doesn't have to be true. The next is that all cash given to models is a voluntary sign of gratitude for their time broadcasting. So these two, as Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan, are a pair of twats, basically. But speaking of Romania, where they ended up, what does Andrew think of Romania? What was it he said? That he moved to Romania. Part of the reason he moved to Romania was because of their relaxed views and less chance of getting prosecuted for rape. Whilst we're on the topic of Romania, whilst he was over there, he also had the inauspicious accusations levelled at him of human trafficking. That's right. He was investigated for human trafficking, and the police turned up at his house and raided it, basically, because why not? Somebody allegedly reported him for holding his girlfriend without their consent, and the authorities came and took a look at him. So it's not looking good for our Andrew, is it? Andrew, that's right, no. But there's more to life in Romania than just human trafficking and getting off with rape charges. That's right, no, there are Lamborghinis and fast cars and evading taxes and everything. And now Andrew Tate is going to tell us all how he managed to do it and how you can do it too. So just what is Hustlers University? What can it do for you? Who is it? Who runs it? What do they offer? What do they provide? Well, I'm here to run through the Hustlers University website with you. And I can tell you that there are already 108,000 students already taking part, already taking advantage of this incredible offer. And why is it taking you so long to do so? I'm serious. If 108,000 people trust Andrew Tate with their $50 a month, what is stopping you? What is the matter with you for not doing so? Here we go. It says 108,000 happy customers, and that at $50 a month, we're talking $5 million. That's right, $5 million a month alone for Mr. Tate for his whatever this is. He promises you nothing but the best. He says, society was designed for the benefit of those who design society. It was never designed to allow the average man to become rich. It's designed to keep you a slave. If you were in command of an army of slaves, would you ever teach them to become free? Think logically about what I've just told you. I made Hustlers University to give you the actual techniques of modern wealth creation. We will teach you how to generate money, and that is exactly what will happen once you follow our systems. You are given full lesson plans, daily videos, etc. Rule number 1. Wealth generation is speed. Poor people think. Rich people act. Do you have $49? Yes or no? And this is the worrying part. The FAQs, the questions, the frequently asked questions. For those that don't know. The bottom one. Do I need to be over 18? The answer, No, there is no age requirement. Why the hell is there no age requirement on something where you're asking for $50 a month? $50 a month, and you're asking what, kids to pay? Are you actually insane? Do you have an intelligence level? Anything remotely that gives a sign of life inside that little rusty brain of yours? Nothing? Absolute idiot. So what would you think would happen after all this has come out and he's been splashed over every news outlet? Every YouTuber's made a video on him. He's been banned from Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and everywhere. He's almost exclusively banned from the face of the earth. What would you do? Would you go into hiding? Would you be ashamed of yourself? Would you be shutting things down, trying to avoid getting caught out on more stuff? No. Our man Tate has decided to relaunch his website. There's a Hustlers University 3.0 on its way. He's using this situation to garnish more followers and more money. Would you believe? He's saying here, as you can see by this website, it's in pre-launch mode and it's on its way. Pay $50 now, get locked in for life, and otherwise the price is going up soon. He's making full use of that situation. But the main point of Hustlers University isn't, believe it or not, is not to educate people. It's not to give people a degree. It's not to make the human race a better place. It's not to make other people rich. It is simply to make himself richer. What he does is he educates people on how to push out his own content, pushing out on every single platform a way of them making a tiny little bit of profit for themselves, but getting him the maximum exposure. So what they have to do for, as part of their course or whatever, they have to create like a fan page of Andrew Tate on TikTok and Twitter, etc. And they post videos of him being so amazing and so lovely, and look at his life, isn't his life amazing, and he's doing so well for himself and it's fantastic. And then putting in their affiliate link, they get paid a 10% commission for doing that. If somebody signs up for the course, that is it, right? And in return, he gets his name spread far and wide, all over the world, all over the internet. And what happens then, particularly as it's predominantly put all over TikTok, and TikTok is predominantly built up of 10, 11, 12, 13, 14-year-olds, you know, they see him doing so well for himself, doing so amazing, being this amazing life he's leading with all this money and all the women and the fast cars and the planes and the jets and everything. And then they also see the amazing crap that he brings on to everybody. All the phenomenal misogynistic, women can't do this, women are crap, women are this, women are that, we must hit, you know, and everything like that. And then the young impressionable minds, they take the whole lot in and they seep it in, and they think that that's how men are supposed to be. And that is the biggest problem that we have with this man, and that is why he needs to be shut down completely, and every single fan account or any other account relating to him needs to be shut down. Just take a look at this article, just proves the exact point I'm making here. How teen girls are victims of shocking sexist behaviour and horrific Snapchat messages at school, and why it's linked to the toxic influence of kickboxer turned TikToker Andrew Tate. String of sexual incidents in Melbourne schools is being linked to toxic TikToker. Toxic influencer Andrew Tate has caused fury online for misogynistic views. A string of girls, some as young as 14, say they have been targeted by boys online. Tate's TikTok content focuses on degrading and belittling women as property. Toxic influencer Andrew Tate has been blamed for a rise in sexual incidents against female students in Australia's elite private schools. Several exclusive schools in Melbourne have reported receiving a string of complaints from female students accusing a group of teenage boys of sexualizing them online. The girls claim the boys, mostly from one all-boys school in the CBD, have been using social media platforms, Snapchat and Discord, to talk about them in a violently sexual manner. One of the girls brave enough to report the sickening chats was only 14. Teachers at the school believe the rise in attacks on their students has been caused by a new wave of alpha male influencers inspired by their sexist leader, former kickboxer Andrew Tate. So this is a major issue, and as you can see from this article, that it is actually happening. So what have we learned today? Well, we have learned that Andrew Tate is radicalising children, Andrew Tate is abusing women, Andrew Tate is scamming men, Andrew Tate is an extreme misogynist, and Andrew Tate is a twat. Come back next time to find out what else Andrew Tate is. Thank you so much for watching.